Before I did my media fast, I wasn't sure what to expect, like what my day would be like and what I'd do. I thought that it wouldn't actually be that hard to avoid media. So the day before I thought it'd be best to warn like my friends and my family that I usually talk to on a daily basis that I was doing it, because I didn't want them to think that I was being ignorant. When I did my media fast, it was when I'd gone home, and I found that it was actually surprisingly easy at the beginning of the day. I started some revision and I got a lot of work done, and I put this down to not having the distraction of my phone and the internet, because usually I'm checking Facebook and Twitter quite frequently and the TV's normally on. Like sometimes I'm just not even watching it, it's just there for a bit of background noise, and then I usually get really distracted and nothing gets done. But as the day went on, I did think it got more difficult not to use my phone. I lost focus on my work and I just wanted something to do, because usually, I have my phone and the internet, I'm just talking to people, and I did actually get really bored. But like just walking around my house, it was hard not to come into contact with media. So my brother was playing music, and obviously there's TVs in all the other rooms and they were all on. Later on in the day, I went bowling, and obviously I couldn't use my phone and the internet to check the train times to get into town, but luckily, because I was at home, I knew what time the train came. When I was there, I thought it was difficult to not look at the screens which are in the arcade and not actively watch them. And at the train station, the screens with the train times on, so obviously I couldn't not look at them. And even just walking through the town centre, I was a lot more aware of like all the advertisements, the posters and like music playing in shops. I did feel out of contact with everyone, not being able to text or check Facebook or Twitter, because usually I know most things that are going on with my friends during the day, and not knowing was quite strange. I did feel a bit out of the know, because usually I read the news like every morning on my phone and keep myself quite updated with it, and that did annoy me a bit that I didn't know what happened. I did manage to get through the day though without using my phone or the internet, or actively watching the TV or listening to music. So the day after, I started using media again, and I went about my day as I normally do. When I look back at the journal for what media I used on that day, I found that I checked my phone around 54 times. Now, I reckon I probably checked it more than that. Those are just the times that I realised I was checking my phone, but like I'm always checking it and not realising that I'm checking it. Sometimes I'll get it out, glance at it, and then someone will say what's the time, and I won't even know, because I've just looked to see if I've got any notifications and then put it check my Facebook around 11 times again. That's just when I realised I was checking it. And Twitter about 9 times, but I reckon probably check Twitter a lot more times than that, because I do use Twitter more than I use Facebook. So I mean, it probably is close to how many times I checked it, but I think I did check it a lot more than that without even noticing that I was checking it. I realised how much I use my phone and the internet just to keep in touch with people, and how much I rely on it to be able to do that and to keep me entertained during the day. And I did realise that I do just check it for the sake of it, because it's become a habit. It did make me realise that media has got a massive influence in society, because everyone's using it in some way or another, and even if you don't want to use it, it's there. And obviously you do have the option not to use it, as the media fast day proved, but it is always there whether you want it or not. And I think that's become more prominent as technology has developed, like because you've got internet on your phone now and you can get the apps for Facebook and Twitter, you can just be on, like, use it whenever you want, on the go, wherever. And I think it does make it unavoidable for the majority of people, because you can't just blank it out. Because even if I wanted to delete Facebook, I probably wouldn't, because it's how I organise most of the things I do with my friends. And I think if we didn't have it, it'd be a lot more difficult to get things organised, and it would probably mean like not getting invited to as much stuff as what I do at the moment, and it would make it a hell of a lot more difficult to do.